What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel, Metaphorically Slutty. This is your host, Daisy, coming in for another one. I hope you guys are doing well. So I'm really digging this series that I'm doing. I didn't even think it was a series, but I'm gonna call it a series now, where I will channel music that comes to me and deliver the message that comes through my spirit team, or through your spirit team to my spirit team, to convey a message to you. Yeah, I think that's about it. Unless something else comes through, which it usually does when I'm not on here. That's when I get all of the, oh, I should have said this, oh, I should have said that, and I probably should start writing it down, but I don't. But at some point, I probably will. So the song that is on the menu today is 7:28 p.m. Eastern time. So drum roll, please. The song today will be by Solange, Crane in the Sky. And I'll decide if I want to pull a card or not. But it's supposed to be a channel message, so I am banking on me just channeling the message. So I meditated on this. The song came to me. Meditated on a song, or just kind of had it in my mindset, just kind of marinating. And how it came to me was, there are some people who are going through situations where they feel like they are coming back into their bodies. And that's one way of knowing if this message is for you. If you feel like that you have been like sort of living outside of your body, living in your mind, and sort of obstructing reality, or living in an obstructed reality, meaning that you feel like your thoughts and manifestations don't really match up to what dimension you're living in. Something's not matching up, something's not adding up about your thoughts and perceptions about yourself and the life that you are living. It's almost like you may feel like you're living somebody else's life, somebody else's karma, or somebody else's dharma or something. You just feel like it's almost feels like your life isn't yours. And then sometimes when you come into yourself, it's almost like there's this kiss that happens, or there's this connection that happens within your mind and your heart, or your mind and your emotions. And you all of a sudden feel grounded, and you're looking around kind of questioning, like, how did you get here in a situation like that? Don't worry, you're not crazy. I mean, a little bit, but it's okay. But no, not for real. That is who this message is for. The message I also received was that you have had a walk-in, and I'm not all that familiar with walk-ins at all. I heard it before some time ago, like a couple years ago maybe, and I still wasn't familiar with what it was, and it kind of freaked me out. And my spirit team started to uncover the many aspects of it to me, and that brought ease to me, because my spirit team is just thebomb.com, and the way they relay messages to me and the way I'm able to receive them, it's just peaceful. It's just love. And so what I received is that sometimes when there is a lot of trauma, whether a person is going through a lot of trauma and whether they're being spiritually attacked, emotionally attacked, mentally attacked, they're being attacked by lower vibrational energy, based on their lower vibration, and there's an opening that's there. When you're low vibrational, you're more susceptible to lower vibrational vibrations and energetic entities that are aligned with that vibration. So there's an opening there. And the whole point of you experiencing that is to step more into your power. What's stepping more into your power? Step more into your power is having the knowledge through experience and figuring out the antidote by going within, that will give you relief, that will then you will release and overstand, and then gain wisdom as to why you went through what you went through. Okay? So what you're going through is to bring you closer to your divine self, your soul. Because what I'm receiving is that for this collective, you may have been living up to someone else's standards, and through disobedience, you've abandoned your own soul's path. So let's jump right into, and you're on the path to reclaiming what's yours. And that's your mind, body, and soul. Because I feel like you stepped away for some time. Yes, you can do that. So verse 1, it says, I tried to drink it away. I tried to put one in the air. I tried to dance it away. I've tried to change it with my hair. I ran my credit bill up. Thought a new dress would make it better. I tried to work it away, but that just made me even sadder. I've tried to keep myself busy. I ran around in circles, think I made myself dizzy. I slept it away. I sexed it away. I read it away. Then it goes into away. So what I'm getting is that with these things that you were doing, you were distracting yourself. You created distractions around yourself because you did not know how to address a void that you felt was in your life. You were trying to garner physical things to answer or to fill a space that only internal knowing, only internal wisdom, only internal working through internal unpacking the luggage that you've been carrying around. Only that could give you the answers. Only that could bring you peace. But you did not know that. So you were thinking that, the reason why I'm feeling this way is because I need to live my life more like this. And you may have started looking at certain people around you and kind of looking at them as mentors and thinking, okay, I need to live more of my life this particular way. When in turn, you were really telling yourself that you wasn't enough and what you were doing wasn't enough, and that you had to do a certain thing or be a certain way or show up a certain way that was not natural to you for you to gain some sort of acceptance from others, from a status quo. And you may have come to a point where you are recognizing that was just a program. There was a program that had been instilled in you. And that program was to keep you in a condition of conforming to ideas about who you are, and you attempting to entertain those ideas created false altars within yourself, false mask, false personalities. So you could have even felt like you were schizophrenic or had a multiple personality disorder. You may have even was taking pills for it, and that may have just took you further away from a reality, but and treated a certain symptom, but did not get to the core of who you are. And I guess I should have said trigger warning. So for those who have gone through that, may peace be with you. I send you love and hugs through this. And if there's nothing wrong with, some people having to, resort to pharmaceuticals for help, everybody has their own path. Me, I believe in holistic health. But that's just my path. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong because you do it in a different way. As long as you're not hurting and harming yourself or anyone else, I'll say that sometimes you will go through trying different things to see what works. And then when something doesn't work anymore, if it doesn't work, maybe you'll try a different path. So it doesn't happen overnight. But you setting the intention to take care of yourself is what's important, and to demonstrate some sort of action to also collaborate with your intention. So, where are we? So when she said, oh, there's a message. There's a message. You may have even had some sort of there's messages that are coming through. You may have some sort of connection to nature that you probably was uncomfortable with. It could be animals, pets, birds that are really fairies and they're extension of Daughter Earth that's communicating with you, and you may have a gift with communicating with nature, or maybe getting out in nature and listening to the birds. You may get some sort of download or upgrade to your DNA, because what I'm receiving is through, I don't know if it's through this message or through your shadow work that you have been completing or tending to, you are gaining an upgrade in your DNA. There's an activation going on that happens all the time, but you may be aware that there's an activation going on. There may be even a situation where your intuition is coming online, like you becoming more sensitive, and they're asking for you to get out into nature, touch a tree, put your feet in some dirt to ground yourself, because you may be feeling a bit spacey in your mind. And they're saying that you're learning how to ground information that is being funneled down through higher realms. This could be from your star system. So maybe you can look up your birth chart and things of that nature to help you learn what part of the journey you are in and what you're learning now. Or what's relevant to you now. there's something about the crown chakra and the color purple. So you could have been seeing lavender or purple a lot. Maybe you're attracted to those colors as far as wardrobe right now. You could be seeing elephants show up out of nowhere. Maybe not in a physically like see it like, but maybe it's at a zoo. Maybe it comes up on your feed online. Maybe somebody has a statue of elephants. Maybe has a toy of an elephant. This has something to do with you stepping more in your leadership role. And your leadership role right now in this aspect, because depending on the degree that you are in, okay? Because when you're looking at your birth chart and you're looking at the different zodiacs that make up your birth chart, they're based on, how they sit in your chart is based on certain degrees. And so, yeah, you may want to study your birth chart. What this could mean, you could be stepping into your power, not that you're going to be like this old, so encompassing powerful one to everyone and everybody's going to bow down to you. Not like that. Okay? Let's calm down. It's more of you're going to be seen for who you really are. The mask that people, because of the mask you had on and how people perceived you, they may be fooled because they were not able to solve the riddle. Because what I'm getting is that you were always you, but there were layers to you. And you only revealed yourself to ones who had a genuine heart. And at this point, I feel like those masks are falling off. And now you're stepping more into your power where you're not necessarily have to go through certain hoops or whatever to see who you are. You're going to be who you are. And who you are may scare some people because maybe your mask was a mask that you had on. Maybe the mask that you had on was more passive and it bended more to people, whereas your true soul self is going to stand up straight and not dim your light for anyone else. Smells like Teen Spirit. Somebody may watch anime. I'm just saying random things that I'm hearing that's coming out. Your crown chakra could be opening. If you know, somebody may want you to shut up. You may have people around you that know that you are spiritually gifted, and maybe you have some sort of platform. They don't want you to tell the secrets or something. So, the chorus goes, well, it's like cranes in the sky. Sometimes I don't want to feel those metal clouds. Yeah, it's like cranes in the sky. Sometimes I don't want to feel those metal clouds. I ain't know it said metal clouds. So the next verse goes, I tried to run it away, thought then my head be feeling clearer. I traveled 70 states, thought moving around made me feel better. So you could be seeing the number 777 or the 7 and 0 combination. You're going through a spiritual awakening and you're on the right path. So things may seem out of this world right now. You may be seeing things that other people don't see, your version of life and how you perceive life. may be multifaceted, happening at one time. You may see, that's like seeing two or three different endings, or two or three different ways a play could be made all at the same time. And you may be seeing, based on the choices that you make, how that choice plays a part in how things will resolve or end or conclude in that situation. You may have moved around a lot, because she says thought moving around made me feel better. I tried to let go my lover, thought if I was alone then maybe I could recover. I write it away or cry it away. Don't you cry, baby. Away. Yeah. So you may have been living in your head, and you could have been living in your mind to the point where you may have been living in your mind so much that if you had a goal that you wanted to do, you probably kept succeeding with this goal in your mind, but in reality you were coming up against brick walls. You was getting doors slammed in your face. You were getting no's, like no, you can't do this, or no, you can't do it here. And you probably was just at this confusing place where you did not know where to pick up again, because you feel like you kept getting stopped and turned around. And it was like, it's almost as if you forgot what was important while you were having this experience. Like, you wanted to prove to people that you could do what you seen yourself do in the spiritual realm. But that's not why you're here on this earth. You're here to acknowledge that you're having a physical experience, and that you are a spiritual being having this human experience. Not that you are a human being having a spiritual experience. Because you being a human being having a spiritual experience, that means that you in this human experience is limited to just being a human being. You come here, you piss, shit, eat, die, that's it, and work. Whereas a spirit, and if you have a spiritual experience being a human being, you may every now and again, get some chills, or every now and again your coincidence will be like, ooh, I can't believe that synchronization happened. Go to a scary house or something on Halloween and see some freaky shit happen, and you, ooh, ain't gonna do that no more. That's more of that kind of experience where you're human having a spiritual experience. But if you're a spirit and you're having a human experience, you recognize and acknowledge that you are not limited to this body or to this dimension. You know that there are many more dimensions here. You know that there are many different aspects of you that are happening at one time. You recognize that death does not mean the end. You recognize that there is more to life than the what we call being alive. That there's also a life that happens in imagination. There's a life that happens when you lay down and you call it the sleep realm. There's a life that happens in your daydream. There's, there's many different dimensions and aspects of life and versions of life and views of life that are happening. And they want you to acknowledge that while all that is happening, that love is key, and that you may have gotten so much into the spiritual realm that you forgot or neglected your physical aspect of this experience. And so you may be in a space where you're bringing that information and grounding it in the reality that you're in. And because of that, you're achieving a level of balance. So you may have been seeing graduations happening around you. You may have been feeling like that you have achieved some sort of big deal in the spiritual realm. There may be even flowers being handed to you or flowers around you. These are just tokens that the spiritual realm is acknowledging that you are shedding old facets of you and living more of an authentic life, or you're heading in that direction next. By balancing out your spiritual wellness and your physical wellness. Okay. Yeah, I feel like some of you could have been feeling like you are orphaned. And I feel like that some of you may be on a long journey where it's just you, because I see that there's a lot of releasing that is happening right now, of ideas of who you are. You could be seeing a lot of butterflies also. Monarch butterflies. Oh yeah, and then there's a butterfly on here too, so boom. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see the butterfly I just showed you, because if you don't see it, it's because I just took the audio from here and like put something up. But if I don't do that, then there's a butterfly here. So I may just leave it like this just so you can see your butterfly. I think that's all for now. If I need to do a part 2 or a part 3 or part 4, I will do that, but that's what I have so far. So I hope this helped you in some sort of way. Continue doing your cleansing. I know you're cleansing. You may be even fasting right now, or you will be going through a fast, a water fast. You may be fasting from certain people, situations, and things in your life happening. Yeah, that's what I got for right now. And until next time, continue to love on yourself, especially right now. Okay? Let me just add this in before I get out of here. Right now in this space, you are discovering your love language. Not only are you discovering it, it is your foundation. You're establishing what your love language is, and you're laying it down like you're building a new home. Okay? You're cutting out a lot of the weeds that have been growing. Weeds will grow. So there are people that you may have had relationships with, and they were growing, but they were growing dead. They were growing not moving. They were growing not feeding you. They were growing not initiating you into any sort of deep exploration within your own self or with them, and y'all growing together. It wasn't doing that. Y'all were only in the same space. So you're cutting weeds down right now, and that's okay. Some of the things that you may cut out of your life, it may just fall out of your existence. It may just fall out of your experience that you're having. It doesn't have to always be drama filled. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Sometimes it's just knowing when to walk away, and you may have to just walk away from a situation. You may have a situation come up where you're able to just walk away. If you're not able to walk away right now, if you're open to walking away from a situation, just go ahead and mourning and releasing yourself from the expectation of having to be anything else differently than you are in the situation now, and exploring how you want things to be in your mind. That's setting the intention. Imagining or visualizing positive affirmations that affirm what you do want in your life. That's you utilizing your keys to open up the door to that new perspective and that new life that you want, and walking through those doors and closing the door behind you that no longer positively serve you. So hopefully that helped. Until next time, continue your cleansing, your praying, and anchor yourself in love, because I'm getting that the reason why you're here at this point is because of love. Love always wins. So remember to love yourself. If you need to cover your head, and while you're going through this situation, cover your head with a white cloth. Maybe you may need a white cloth sometimes to cover your head. Sometimes you may need something darker to cover your head, to protect yourself and protect all the information that's coming through to you from the spiritual realm. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm sending you guys so much love and peace to you. And until next time, peace.